Well, February not only marks the Olympics, but it is Heart Health Month. But there is some bad news. I mean, did you know that one woman dies of cardiovascular disease every 80 seconds? And according to new guidelines from the American Heart Association, the prevalence of high blood pressure, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke, is expected to double among women under 45. But the good news is 80% of cardiovascular diseases could be prevented. Here to tell us how is U.S. gold medalist Dana Vollmer and American Heart Association's Go Red for Women spokesperson, Dr. Suzanne Steinbaum. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for taking the time. I'll start with Dr. Steinbaum. The new guidelines for the American Heart Association regarding high blood pressure under the women under the age of 45. Pretty disturbing, but can you elaborate on that?
Sure. So we know through these guidelines that a blood pressure higher than 120/80 increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. And so we're really talking about getting your blood pressure checked early as 20 years old, and getting that blood pressure to goal.
Yeah, and I mean, we talk about knowing your numbers. What does that all mean?
So not only is the blood pressure important, but it's also knowing your numbers. And these other numbers are cholesterol, HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol, sugars, and your body mass index, which is your weight and your height. We know that if we keep these 5 markers within range, then we could prevent heart disease 80% of the time.
And a question for Dana now. You overcame a heart issue at an early age, and now you're a busy mom of 2. So why is being a health ambassador important to you?
Because when I was 14, I was diagnosed with random electrical patterns that were similar to long QT syndrome. It was when I was in practice, my heart rate spiked to 250. We couldn't get it to come down. So we went into the cardiologist, and luckily they were able to fix part of it. I had an extra electrical pathway in my heart that they cauterized, and through the screenings was when they also saw those random electrical patterns. So over the next couple years, we were close with our cardiologist, knew what numbers we were looking at, and kept track of that. And I was able to train. It didn't end my Olympic dreams. And it's really made it important to me to inform women about heart disease and to increase awareness and talk about lifestyle and diet changes. So I'm really encouraging women to take charge of our own heart health.
I mean, pretty wild for someone who's been physically active, and that's, you depend on your heart health, but also just for anybody. But I'm hearing something about free screenings going on. Is that right?
Yeah, so every Wednesday in February, CVS Minute Clinics, you can go in and get a free heart health screening. It's super easy, it's fast, it's just a little prick of your finger for blood and height and your weight and blood pressure. And through that, they can get those 5 key numbers. You can go to cvshealth.com/GoRed for more information on the screenings and also to locate a Minute Clinic near you. You can also help the Go Red campaign by donating either $1, $3, or more while you're shopping, and those funds go to life-saving cardiovascular research and education.
All right, another question here. Where can people go to get additional information?
You can go to goredforwomen.org, and this month we're actually asking all women to make a commitment to get those numbers checked and to get their lifestyle issues under control through diet, through exercise, through managing their weight. So goredforwomen.org, and this is the time. This is the time that we all take control of our hearts.
Well, as aside from just the positive of we can help our own heart health and take those measures, I want to end on one more positive note. Dana is, a swimmer, with the United States. What Olympics coming up? What's something that you're looking forward to? Is the team looking good this year?
Definitely. I mean, Team USA always looks really strong. So I am so excited to watch the Winter Olympics. It always is such a big motivator for me in my own training leading into the Summer Games of 2020. I absolutely love watching figure skating. I mean, and another sport I've gotten to meet Shaun White and Lindsey Vonn. So it's just so cool to get to know people, to know their stories, the sacrifices they've made, the lifestyles that they have, to really understand the nerves and the pressure and the anxiety when you're standing up there about to compete, and to really get behind Team USA and hopefully bring home some Olympic gold.
All right, well, good stuff. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. And we have more of the sports news coming up after the break.